Okay, here we are.
So, for the life of me, I was trying to remember more Sega CD games. I couldn't.
It's just not going to happen.
No, hold on. There's Sewer Shark. There's Night Trap, which is actually overrated.
Overrated? It has, like, no rating.
No, actually, Night Trap, it's nerd history here. Night Trap was one of the games that actually caused rating systems in gaming. Did you know that?
Really?
Night Trap and I believe it was Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat was so much fun when it came out.
Like, Congress needs to do something. I'm like, no, you need to fix the country, man. We need to stop cartoon blood from being in games. No, man. We need to fix our healthcare system. So we've got Oz and jjakji. These have been, honestly, not at all what I expected from these two.
Well,
I don't mean that in a bad way.
So many build order wins. It's like really interesting the way that's coming out.
I mean, by the time the Robo comes out, it's like we're in late game, guys.
Yeah, it's been pretty quick. So our last map is going to be Belshire Beach.
It's been an hour, and we've already gone through 4 Starcraft 2 games and
crazy.
2 commercial breaks, and tasting our toast is filling time until the game starts. So this is actually like in warp speed. What song is this?
I've heard it before, I'm not sure.
Starcraft 2. So,
Starcraft who? Starcraft 2.
That's right. In the upper left, our Protoss player, I'm really curious to see what build order he uses to close out the series, because he is 1 game away from the finals.
Episode Oz.
Oz? Is that what they're saying? Oz?
Yeah.
You've entered my ozone layer.
Wow.
Yep.
This reminds me of the day I was on painkillers.
In the bottom right.
And its sponsor, jjakji.
Jjakji. You need a lot of saliva in your mouth to say jjakji. Just try it.
That's true.
You do.
Jjakji.
You got dry mouth? No.
Yeah, man.
You can't do it.
All right, so Belshire Beach, the new version, the winter version.
Where all the trees have changed.
Yes.
They're no longer palm trees.
There's not palm
on this
trees.
map.
In the winter, palm trees actually turn into pine trees. Very little known fact.
You know, it's so funny. Matt's been staying at my place in the middle of move. He put a Christmas tree in my apartment, like a little one.
That is the cutest thing ever.
I feel like I'm living with a girlfriend right now.
Actually, you are so funny because my girlfriend came to the studio today, and on the way she was telling me that she's going to go, she found like this little pre-decorated Christmas tree that she's going to buy and put in the house, put on a little table.
That's so cute.
Yeah, man.
See, I don't do the Christmas tree thing. I mean, I don't really care, but it's like...
I'm going to get you a present put under it.
Really?
I'll get Matt one too.
Thank you, man. I'm going to open it.
Yeah. Not until Christmas.
Remember my mom would try to hide presents. I'm like, really, Mom? All right, it's behind your underwear. I like drawer number 3. Like, I'm going to find it. You got me Sonic 3 again, even though I said Sonic and Knuckles and not Sonic 3. I said it like 50 times. All right, we got the Zealot coming up here.
And, he gets over the depot.
Oh, nice. He's just going to bait him in there.
A little bit sloppy there, but... Oh, nice micro by jjakji. Holding off that Zealot. But the Zealot gets a ton of information. He knows, of course, about the Nexus. He sees that no extra gases yet. He sees no extra barracks yet.
Is that worth it, you think? I don't think it's actually worth it.
Actually, I disagree. I think it is.
Think so?
Yeah, I love to sacrifice. If I can pay 100 minerals, and I don't want to do it in probes. I want to do it in some other way because Nexus only... I mean, I have probes building nonstop until I have like 70-something each game, unless, of course, specific build. But if I can pay 100 minerals to know what they're doing a little bit better, especially if you can kill 1 Marine or 1 SCV with it, it's way worth it. But even if you can't, I feel like it's worth it. It's like information is... I would pay 100 minerals for information, man, basically is what I'm trying to say. Absolutely. I was the guy in StarCraft 1 too, though, that would float eBays into bases all the time.
Yeah, you were actually. You were that guy.
Yeah, man, I scouted all the time. That's just...
I cancel my buildings like 3 or 4 times, and then you just float eBay in there, and I'm like, God damn it.
I know, it's...
That was all for nothing.
Knowing is more than half the battle, Tasteless.
That's where G.I. Joe is wrong. It's not
knowing is actually everything in StarCraft.
It's actually not just half the battle. It's like way more than half the battle.
Yeah. We can't
Remember that
trust someone
always-
named Snake Eyes Tasteless.
You can't.
That's
Remember
actually the
on
only
G.I.
guy I
Joe,
remember the name
the
of.
bad guys, whenever they like drive in there, they'd be like, Cobra!
Yeah. All right, so very standard by jjakji. The one barracks expanded into 3 barracks double gas. It's as middle of the road and standard as you can get, which I like to see in this final 5th game. You know, he wants that finals, obviously, very badly.
Oh, dude, what is this?
Ooh.
This is the game of Oz losing Tier 1 units.
And Oz is, of course, expanding, but he has 2 more gates about to finish, so he's going to be able to hold off any pressures, if any do come. And Oz actually made a proxy pylon, which is kind of interesting. Oh, look at that bunker placement, the double bunker.
I've never seen that before.
You know, if you imagine
how
all
I
the
feel.
places someone could put down force fields, it's not that bad. It's kind of neat. You put force fields behind, you have another one right there hitting anything that's too close.
Oh, you're smart. Yeah, that's actually a really good observation, Artosis. Why are you so smart today?
I don't know, man.
Do you think he's actually going to try to bust here? I mean, he has enough sentries.
It looks like he definitely wants to at least put on pressure, but I think he's going to back up really quickly. Watch this, see? Oh, wait, did he even see up there? Yeah, wait. No, you saw the bunker building originally. All right. When he gets up here, I think he'll back right up. Yeah.
No way you're going to get
From
a
what
bad
he
thing.
just saw, that is not something you want to attack, and we should not see him actually go through with an attack. It's jjakji will be able to hold anything really easily. And in fact, back at home, he gets all 4 gases and goes double forge right now. Pretty awesome to see.
I'm digging the double forge play. He just wants to make sure his opponent has SCVs pulled. Jjakji, if you notice, he put an engineering bay where the expansion was going to be. It's obviously been destroyed or canceled since then, but you can see he actually wanted Oz to try to all-in him.
Yeah, definitely. He would have held it pretty easily at that timing. So, very standard by both players. Like, as standard as you can get. Twilight and 2 forges against someone going up to Starport with Reactor off of 3 racks.
Yeah.
And again, this makes me really happy. I love in a Game 5, I mean, sometimes it's ballsy to do a cheese in a Game 5, but I think it's more ballsy if you are, like, already an established player. Like, for instance, if MVP were to do it, like, wow, damn, look at that. Like, you are grinding out perfectly. But if you are someone who's like, this is your first time, this is the first time either of these players could get so far in anything.
There's so much on the line.
Yeah, seriously, this is like a career maker. Whoever wins this will be remembered. So the fact that they're both playing really standard builds is awesome because it shows, you know what, they want to win on their skill. They aren't going to take any risks.
Oh, he's going to see it. Yes.
And jjakji will immediately walk back. I love that jjakji's being very active, removing these pylons.
Well, jjakji's being very thorough on the map, and I like that because as of late, and I'm saying this not just for PvT, but for PvZ and PvP, is people are letting Protosses decorate the map with pylons way too much.
Yes, very true.
I mean, if you actually look at the number of locations people tend to put pylons, it's not as many as you think. There are not an infinite number of places where people hide pylons.
That's true.
Like, you know, there's maybe like a dozen or so places that are... It's pretty clear, yeah, Protoss will probably hide a pylon here. For instance, on this map, they will never hide pylons in the upper right corner and bottom left corner. Despite how obscure they are, probably not going to happen. You don't get any utility by warping stuff in over there. It's probably going to be a little bit closer to the middle here. Probably not next to a watchtower. You can minimize the number of locations that's going to be.
Yep. Well, we have the Dark Shrine finishing up. Templar Archives on the way. Kind of cool that he went 2-base Dark Shrine, but not in a rushing sense. You know, DTs can be so useful. We actually haven't seen them that much early game in this matchup lately. But they give map control. They obviously can do some harassment here and there. But one thing you got to remember also is they're really good against drops. If you have to scan every time you drop... Oh, man, look at this.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
it was
just
the last
in time.
possible second.
Yep. And here goes a drop, but of course, once again, if he puts a DT back there, it's going to be pretty easy to clean up, and his units are actually all way out of position, but he will blink up. Will he lose this, though? A DT being warped, and that will help. And it looks like Oz may just barely hold something.
Oh, my God!
Uh-oh.
No
Oh, my
way.
God.
No way.
That was insane.
Oh, my God. You're kidding me.
That was actually crazy. That was so big for Oz that he saved that Nexus, and that was big for jjakji. He didn't lose that dropship. And now he's up 141 to 112 supply. You can't forget that when you go Dark Templar tech, it's really expensive, and you're going to get behind on supply. So he is behind on supply for this moment. jjakji has not, in fact, started another command center, but he is pumping out a bunch of ghosts. So it looks like he's going to hit a little timing here. Oz, I feel like, is overextending slightly by taking that third base. He has to be really careful if he chooses to actually try to defend it. So yes, that's my thoughts.
Those are good thoughts.
Take it away,
Joseph.
Tasteless.
All right, so the Marines and the Marauders are moving out now. And honestly, Terran has a very scary army.
Yeah, he does.
This is basically the standard mid-game army for TVP now. About 3 to 4 ghosts, sometimes 5.
And he's actually got enough scans saved up to make it across the entire map. So it looks like that is his plan right now. So we do have more Zealots coming. Psystorm is just barely not done, and his units are really clumped up against possible ghosts. And ghosts are coming! Oh god, this could be really bad, Tasteless.
Okay, this game might end within
it really
blink
may.
of an eye.
Oh god! Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that should be a GG, I think.
Well, we will see. Oz does have decent. Oh, he has 2-2 done already. That's pretty hardcore.
Why stuff isn't dying in the blink of an eye, but
does not matter. jjakji gonna wipe him out.
He's actually stutter step microwave into the guy's base, landing a mule, complete dis. Wow.
Yeah, 63 supply to 146. So it looks like jjakji is going to make it to finals. But let's talk about this just a little bit. Once again, Oz seems to have overextended. We have a lot of overextensions going on. jjakji hitting that time just right with the ghosts. And there was... I mean, Psystorm was just barely not done, and he engaged. Which is like... The moments before Psystorm finishes are the scariest for Protoss. He should have been up his ramp just waiting for that. If you lose the Nexus, you lose the Nexus.
Protoss need, nowadays, I think almost all Protoss need to be very careful about how they put their sentries. Maybe you want the sentries literally like 3 sentries on one control group, 2 on another. I don't know. Maybe I actually said something that's completely stupid. But
you know,
they need to have the sentries split up. You cannot
certainly do.
Just have a little ball of sentries.
One EMP actually devastated everything. And, you know, it just... I didn't like how Oz engaged there. His Psystorm was just finishing, and in fact, I think it finished during the battle.
Well, I don't even know why is he on the map if he's going to have his army up like that.
Yeah, his army wasn't spread perfectly. He had gone DTs, done no damage with it, then taken a third. He had great upgrades and everything. I feel like he was just a little bit too greedy with that. And as we saw there, he was not happy with himself. jjakji, of course, this is going to be his first finals. This is really big for him. He's going to be a big name in the future. This kid is practicing so hard, and it really shows.
It really shows.
He's just, you know what's cool about him is he's not gimmicky at all. He's doing really strong builds. He's just playing pretty standard, normal openings and just playing very strongly. Yeah. And I love to see that.
Now we're going to have an interview with our winner, jjakji. So we'll get that translated for you.
서로 상대 분석을 너무 잘해서 본의 아니게 좀 재미없는 경기들이 많이 나왔는데 그래서 결승 간 게 좀 느껴지지가 잘 않아요. 그래도 기분은 너무 좋아요.
Both players knew each other very well.
그렇죠. 뭐 이기면 되는 거예요.
Games were pretty quick since they knew each other's
그리고
styles.
굉장히 이제 사전 인터뷰에서도 그랬는데 운이 많이 따른다 이번 시즌에서. 근데 사실 운도 중요한 운도 실력이라는 얘기가 있거든요. 이거에 대해서 어떻게 생각하십니까? 네, 정대현 선수. 너무 겸손하신 것 같아요.
좀 운도 따라주긴 하는데.
네.
이번 4강은 좀 재미없었잖아요. 그래서 결승은 상대가 누가 되던 재밌는 경기 하고 싶어요.
네, 저는 재밌게 봤어요.
I was pretty lucky this season.
안준영 해설은 어떻게 보셨습니까? 질문도
I'm going to train so hard for the finals so I can have some great games for you guys.
제가 보기에는 이제 정말 방송에서 자신의 게임을 자신의 이제 모든 장점을 발휘하면서 연습할 때 했던 모든 그대로를 생각이 손으로 이제 바로 이제 직접 이어가는 이런 경기를 이제 드디어 이제 부스 안에서 하게 될 수 있다 이런 느낌을 받았는데 본인은 어떤가요? 스스로 이게 나의 기량이 몇 %쯤 이제 방송에 나오는 것 같다 이렇게 어느 정도 생각하시나요?
좀 8강 때는 한 80% 정도 거의 다 나왔던 것 같고 오늘은 좀 준비한 거 많은데 보여드리지 못해서 좀 아쉬운데 이제 긴장도 안 돼서 상대가 누구든지 이제
I prepared a lot for
이길 수 있을 것
today.
같아요.
네, I'm
sad I couldn't show all the strats I had
어떤
completely
상대가
planned
지금
out.
올라왔으면 좋겠어요. 정종현 선수와 이동현 선수
I
물론
tend not to
두
get
선수가
nervous
만만치
now.
않은 선수인데
So I've been playing better games since then.
손을 얹고 어떤 선수가 조금 더 한 1% 정도 편하다는 선수가 있으면 좀 말씀해 주세요.
제가 저그전이 자신 있고
네네.
그때 GSL에서 이동현 선수한테 2패로 그 32강에서 탈락했잖아요.
네네네.
그래서 복수도 할 겸 이동영 선수가 꼭 올라왔으면 좋겠어요.
정종현
I'm confident
선수와의
against
테란전은 어떻게 혹시 올라간다면 어떻게 생각하십니까?
And I've lost Linak
태태전은
before.
자신이 없어서
So I hope Linak advances so I can get my revenge.
준비한다면 이길 가능성도 있지만 그래도 저그인 이동영 선수가 편할 것 같아요.
아, 쉽게 우승하면 안 되죠.
그렇습니다.
약간의 이제 농담 조인 썰을 하나 풀어보자면은 지난 시즌에 이제 정지훈 선수의 팀 동료들이 정지훈 선수에게 이런 얘기를 했습니다. 이동영 선수 빼고는 아무한테도 안 지잖아. 뭐 이런 얘기를 이제 팀원들이 농담을 했었는데 이번 시즌에 진짜 그렇게 됐어요. 이동영 선수 안 만나고 여기까지 쭉 다른 선수 모든 선수에게 안 지면서 여기까지 올라왔는데 어떻게 이동영 선수 다시 만나면 자신 있나요?
네, 제가 연습할 때는 저그전 승률이 엄청 좋아서 이동영 선수도 그때 대회 때 지고 또 다른 온라인 대회 때는 이겼거든요.
But I practice very good
그래가지고
against Zerg, so I'm confident if I play
저그면
against
무조건
Linak.
자신 있어요.
그렇군요. 자, 이동영 선수가 될지 아니면 이제 정종현 선수가 될지 모릅니다. 어떤 선수가 될지 모르지만 앞으로 결승에서 만날 상대 누가 되든 열심히 잘 싸우겠다고 또 팬분들께 카메라 보고 한 말씀 마지막으로 부탁드릴게요.
저희 팀이 좀 개인리그 성적이 좋지 않은데 이번에 제 우승을 계기로 다른 팀원들로 다 성적이 좋아졌으면
My
좋겠어요.
team is not doing as well in the individual league right
고맙습니다.
now.
오늘 수고 굉장히
So
많으셨습니다.
I hope I can
들어가셔서,
change that
편하게
by becoming the champion of this GSL.
오늘 하루 잘 마무리하십니다. 고맙습니다. 네. 뒤에서
said
또
your
NX 선수
commentary's
팀원들이
biased,
같이
Artosis.
이제
I don't
화제를
know why
해주고
you said
있는데
that. That was
역시나
weird.
정지훈 선수
That was completely out of place.
That was out of place, dude. I don't know why
I
you
gotta
would
sit
say
up
something
straight.
like that.
I am
So
astounded if I don't sit up straight how much taller you actually become.
again, I
got a
have
bigger
actually a
torso.
longer torso.
Yeah,
You
you
have longer
do.
legs. Not by like a lot, but I guess we can notice it. And actually, yeah, see, it is a little bit. It's a little
So
bit.
if I sit like this normally, like a little bit lower.
Also, I have a long neck too. I'm kind of like a
I
giraffe.
actually thought Oz was going to win.
Yeah, you know, I thought he would take this series. I'm not like surprised jjakji did because he is very good TVP. And but actually, this for me, I'm like, oh, does jjakji have a chance to beat Linak or MVP in the finals? I don't think so.
He was like the guy out of the four that
He's
I
the
was
TVPer.
least excited about.
He
You know?
got here on the back of TVP, really.
We're going to have a quick break. When we get back, we'll have the most exciting match of the day, the TVZ with MMA against Linak. So please stay tuned. This is the GSL. Did I say MMA MVP? Excellent.